Alright, so this is a demo review for Kitty and her team. Let's see what goes on.
3, 2, 1.
Your shoulder beefs, your pocket store beefs that roll out. Let's see what your roamer does. Your roamer beefs his roll out too. So your pocket is doing the roamer rollout. Yeah, he doesn't. Your pocket's supposed to hurt himself with the jumps and then pull it to skip back. Your soldier, I think that's your pocket. I don't know which. One of your soldiers just bombs in, but off of nothing, and no one was admitted to actually play off it. What you need to do, you lost them because you were way too slow. Both your soldiers need to be faster, but even everyone else, even your scouts are slow. You need to immediately run through elbow and get into this normal spot. You need to go through elbow as fast as possible. You can't be stuck in the door, or else you get rolled like that. Also, your roamer and pocket need to practice the rollout more.
Time has been added.
We'll just see the fast hold. Your pyro shouldn't be in this corner. It's okay for a roamer to be hiding for a pick, but you see like this. Now he's just air blasting deeper into last. If the pyro was right here, he could have air blasted them back where they came from and wasted some of their uber. But you have to lose that, so you're probably gonna lose that one anyway. But just something. Check this roll again. I'm assuming golden. Which one's the pocket? I forget. Neither one does the pocket rollout. So you're both doing the roamer rollout, which is weird. One of them is going left side, and then changes his mind.
Alert. The control point alert.
And your scouts don't actually go into elbow. Okay, you do it right side mid. So you decide to go into banana. You do it right side mid, but you are way too slow. Instead of you're not committing to anything. Because I think is a problem. Both your scouts are just kind of walking around and staying near big door. Instead of just never letting go of W, you should just commit and just take your med. Take everyone with, just everyone going into right side into banana, not stopping. Your scouts just kind of dawdled around and died because they just took ground for free. Here you actually do a good job staying on good positions, like your soldiers, like everyone's on high ground. There's traps on points and stuff, so that was a good. That was good to stop their aggression and you kill their scout. So they fed like 3 players there, so you have time now to get a hold going. Oh, but you can't really feed. You can't feed players like that. I'm not sure how you died though. They have full ad, don't they? Yeah. By the way, as a roamer or whatever, you don't need to commit this much into launch pad. If there's traps right here, you'll die. And if there's another soldier who's good, he'll kill you too. Yeah, you just kind of lose that one just because you had to hold this ad. There's not a whole lot you can do about it, really. You could have tanked the heavy more, but it's nitpick. Again, the rollouts. I think the main thing is the rollouts. I think the demo is also beefing it somehow, because I think he's supposed to come from the right side door. But then again, I could be wrong, but he actually seems fine. But it's mainly the soldiers. The medic is an elbow by himself. And has a scout with him. So there's 2 scouts, the medic and metal. Okay, this is better. But, alright, so you actually get into mid that time. You actually get into good positions, but then you stay in choke here. Instead of coming out here and actually fighting people. But then again, your soldiers were slow. Like, that was just like your classes that can't or don't beef the rollouts. The soldiers still were slow, but that was a better mid. At least they're holding second. The previous mid you'd be on last, but now your med is caught up alone. You're with a demo, so you can't really take it that much, but if you're playing medic and your demo's right here and you don't have a scout with you, you shouldn't run away from them. You should always run towards your teammates. Always try to go towards your teammates because they'll actually kill that player. Because if you go to where they don't expect you to go, they might miss this couple of shots, but if there's no one to kill them, they'll just live long enough to reload and keep shooting at you. here. I think they have full lats, so they're just gonna use it. They have an awful Uber though. This Uber is garbage. Oh. Oh wait, they have players in water. Okay. That's kind of unfortunate. Most of these are really just because of the mid fights. You lose the mid, and drop so many players and such that you're just in such a bad position for the last fight. So I think it's best just look at the last. Like, look at the soldiers. They're so slow. They should be like here by now, and they're still in lobby. I think after this, I'm just gonna close the demo, go to a single player game, and show you the rollouts. I don't know them perfectly, but I do know them. I know the basic way to do it. See, this is better where you actually get into position, but you should be moving out a little bit here. It's obviously hard to do that though if the soldiers aren't really there. I'm not trying to rag on the soldiers too much. I just they don't have the rollout.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Just your med get up here. Your demo, you should be trying to get into that shutter right now. You're not gonna hold second, so you just need to get out as fast as possible. But you just gonna sit in here and try and hold out or something. But it gets free if your player's killed. You should have just went straight into last when you lost a certain amount of players. Obviously you're down 3 now, so you should all be in last. So there you go, yeah. You have 2 players. That was some good spam from the demo. Early use now. Can't really do anything about that. Full disad. 3 players last. Kind of rough. We'll look at the last round, and I'll probably just... That'll probably be the end of the demo anyway, but... I got one more. So yes, the pocket beefs... It's really just a rollout, really. Because the 2 soldiers not being at last is really strange. I'm not sure how your med is slow. Okay, so you go into elbow. Okay, this is what you're trying to do. This is what you should be doing, but you just go into choke. You were spammed out, but you should be trying to get in, take that ground, take at least like this level of ground in the mid to actually get spam, which you actually do hold out here. You actually do stay here for a second, but you do keep just going into these positions. Like you keep going into choke to heal and stuff, but you're also baiting your teammates. Like 2 soldiers are dead here because no one was with them. They had players with them, and then there was no players with them, which is baiting. Even if you're weak, you can still heal and still somewhat contribute. Like it doesn't take long to get that pack, and if there's no pack there, if you're waiting for the pack, then you're not fighting the mid. And the med, you should be able to. Their med it's either going to be in elbow or in choke, and you can still play like right here and get heals and still shoot. So you can still get the mid and get some amount of health. And if neither option is available, you can still be at like 50 health and find a safe place to spam. And if anyone starts to take a fight with you, if you're at low enough health, you can just back out. But yeah, losing the mids. This is kind of what happens. It's kind of an endless snowball. Although I can say, if you lose the mid that much... Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna go into Gullywash, because it was really the rollouts that did that. Because you're just really slow to the mid. I think the first one, like, yeah, scouts just stood around in big door a bit too long, and no one went for elbow. And then after that, you guys kind of wisened up to that, but the soldiers were still slow, because they don't have the rollouts, so I'll show you that. Alright, so I'll first do the Roamer rollout, which I believe you just do this. Alright, so it just kind of sound like this. But it's been a while, don't play soldier, but basically you do something like this. A couple of skip jumps, that's what that's called. So what you're trying to do here is you jump off this. It's a very simple jump, and then as you're in the air, so you'll probably be like right here close to the ground, and they just shoot a rocket directly below you, and the amount of time it takes for that rocket to hit the ground and you being already fast basically puts you right here when the rocket lands there, and it carries you further forward. That's called a pogo. Not a speed shot, that was a pogo. And you'll do something like that. You'll come over here, get an arrow, And then the pocket, we'll do this. So let's on this. So you see I'm at 60 health right now. And I have the equalizer out. I'll come up to around here. I'll get, I'll be like around here, and the medic will just beam me with the medigun. And then as we walk out, we go through elbow and such and play the mid. So I'll do that one again. I'll do all of the rollouts again, but the reason I see your soldier, I think he did it once in the demo trying to do that exact same rollout, but he wasn't weak enough to really get any speed. And you really just want the rocket to land really close to you, like this, and then just kind of go like that. So 60 health, you can reload one rocket and keep going, I believe. And also, at the beginning of the game, when you can't move and you're stuck for those first 2 seconds, you can shoot yourself like once or twice, reload those rockets, and then go play the mid. Additionally, too, you can also like take shotgun or a banner or something, but that's a little bit more of a gimmick. I don't see a whole lot of shotgun pockets anymore. It's kind of a thing of the past. It's an old thing. Banners are also really powerful. If you just you just get rewarded for your spam for free. Don't take them to a mid though, because you're not gonna get any use. You're not gonna get a banner in a mid fight. This is the Roma rollout again. Just don't do that again. Arrow here. Go play the mid. So I'm gonna do this. So that was the pocket. That was the rollout. Just and sometimes you will like hit that thing. You'll beef, and that's fine to try and fail the rollout. Sometimes you go and you're just lightning speed. Sometimes it just happens, but you know it's worth a try. So that I'll do the pocket one again. That one was a little bit faster. I got some distance and I took damage. You may not be at exactly 60 health, but if you're like around 100 or less, it'll be fine. I believe the equalizer will still give you a speed. I believe the lowest amount of health that it'll give you a speed, any amount of speed move of is 160 health or less, which is so quick info. As for the Demo Man rollout, literally can't tell you anything about it. I don't play Demo Man, never played it in competitive, and on this map I can't even tell what the demo does because he goes the complete opposite direction. But in the demo, it looked like your demo was doing the rollout find, so I wouldn't worry about that. I'll talk about Scout for a little bit for the mid fight since that was really the main problem. Scouts, you really just want to hold W. That's it. If you want, another thing you could do to just cut like a couple milliseconds is basically play geometry, like cut the corner short like this instead of like going like this, like some people do. You know, it's like the straighter the line instead of this curvature, it just makes the whole distance shorter, which is way overcomplicating just holding W to mid, but it does get you there somewhat faster. And then if you go left side, you don't stop holding W. You just go straight into elbow, and then you'll end up right here. You can get on crates. You can get all those positions I talked about in the original map review, and all that. If you're going right, same thing. You don't stop. You go into right side, and you focus that demo immediately. Try and dodge any spam. You really want to bust through banana before anyone can get here, because if the enemy team is able to get up here with like soldiers and stuff, or able to bomb here before you have players like past this point, then you're going to die, because that's a tiny choke point and you have like 4 players there. That's just instant dead. If you're worried about dropping players, you really can't be. You can't be really safe with a right side mid. It's a very reckless mid. Not quite reckless, but it's a very chaotic mid. A lot of people just die. It's just a fast-paced mid, and your medic especially. Your med pretty much always dies on a right side mid, but if it makes you win, then it's worth it. As long as their med dies too. So there's that. Other things to touch up on. Just one more thing to just be a bully. Just scouts never just stand here. I saw one of the scouts want to go in elbow, then they went over here. I believe it was a right side mid or something, and then if it was called to do a right side mid and he went to left and then it was like, oh shit, I'm going, okay, I'll go right side then. Like, if it was something like that, it's fine, but if it wasn't, just get out of big door as soon as possible. You don't want to be stuck in here and let the enemy take ground, because all of that ground over there is free. You're supposed to take that as fast as possible, so just keep that in mind. In addition, just again, I already touched up on it, but don't put everyone in choke. Don't put everyone in elbow. Like, yes, you're supposed to go into elbow, I said, but you're supposed to go through elbow. The medic can stay right here. The medic could also be right here if the soldier, if you know the soldier is going to go drop him. Like, maybe you see both of them in front. If not, you just play here, be safe. And and everyone else is supposed to play, like, right here. Demo can play here and spam stuff. The soldiers also, like, you can have, like, a pocket right here. Spamming is a good spot for him. And you can have a roamer, like, right there, waiting for an opportunity to bomb up there, or going for drop down, or high bombing off that. He has a lot of options. Everyone just kind of has those positions, and they're forward. They're very aggressive. Because if you're passive, like you're way over here, you can't stop anyone from going past that point of mid at all from all the way over here. So it's completely free to just take ground. And they don't have to do anything for it. They just walk forward. So really denying them that space is very important on a mid fight. Can't think of anything else. As soon as I upload this and put it onto your Discord, you can shoot me questions. And DMs are on the Discord, just ping me. That'll be it. Alright, later guys. Good luck.